Merry Christmas, everybody. So, today we are jumping into our Christmas special, and we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We have been painting all of the Borderlands Mr. Torgue's Arena of Badassery miniatures throughout the past couple months. We are still not done those miniatures, but today, since it's Christmas, we got to be a little bit special. Or not, it's not quite Christmas, but almost Christmas for you guys. Or it might be Christmas by the time you're watching this, who knows. We are painting a Warhammer commemorative series, the Red Gobbo's Surprise. And this is a really cool miniature. And what we're going to want to do, at least us, we're going to try to follow the box art a little bit. But I don't want the candy cane bomb to be green. I think I'm going to do mine red. I think it'll look better red. I don't know. I think a red candy cane will be more up my alley. But also, Warhammer models, when they're painted online or on YouTube, they tend to get a lot of views. So we're going to test that. This is our first, I guess, Warhammer model that we actually are painting on the channel. We're going to see how this does. Obviously, I don't play Warhammer. I own a lot of Warhammer. I own armies for Warhammer, but I use them all for bunkers and badasses. So, in the future, I will be painting more Warhammer, basically for my game. But, you know, like, if I wanted to play Warhammer, I can, because I have I'll have painted up armies. I actually do have a painted up army. It's Grey Knights. But I have a lot of Sisters of Battle that I really want to do, and am excited for. They're going to be like Atlas. Cannot wait. Oh my god, I can't wait. But let's go ahead and jump into painting up the little goblin. We got him already. He's already primed, and he's already dry brushed. So now all we gotta do is start painting. Okay, so we are most definitely going to be following the box art. A little bit of changes here and there. You do not have to do this. If you want a Gobbo, Christmas Gobbo with a blue jacket and a red interior or whatever, like whatever you want, remember, you can paint this however you want, because it is your miniature. Paint your miniatures how you see fit. That's what is the fun part about this hobby. So what we have here is a very detailed miniature. There's a lot going on. Even though he's a small little goblin, he is on a little scenic rooftop with snow. There's a bag full of painting materials. Yes, painting materials. There is actually a little paintbrush and a little pot, a little citadel pot of paint on the roof there. And on the back, we have like a little hook piece, and we have Christmas lights going across. He is sitting on a chimney. There is a lot going on with this model. So make sure when you're painting, you get an idea of exactly everything that you're looking at with the model. And then try to go ahead and see in your mind what colors you think would fit. And if you do start the painting process and you don't like how it's going, remember, it's paint. You can either prime back over it, paint again, or you can strip the paint off. You can just paint over the paint that you had previously. It's paint. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So let's go ahead. What we like to do is start from the skin out. And since he's a goblin, we are going to do green. Now, if you want blue goblin skin, do blue goblin skin. It doesn't matter. But we are going to do green because I like to paint my goblins up green. So let's start at the skin. What we are going to do is we are going to start with a dark green. I think a dark green will be almost perfect to start with here. Because if we get the dark green going, we can then move on to either deep green or light green and work our tones up. We're going to treat this the same that we do skin tones, but just with a different color. So you want to start with the darkest color first and then work your way up. So let's do dark green, and we'll get back to doing the skin once everything's base coat. All right, guys. Okay, so we have the dark green base coated for the skin. I think the best thing for us to do now is move on to the red. We want to kind of get the goblin kind of set before we get into the whites, because his outfit has whites, but also the roof here is also like a red tone too, so and white because of snow. So I think the best bet for us to do is, see, the brick area is like a darker red. It's more like a dirty red, and his outfit is more on the brighter end here. You don't have to be completely to the box art if you're trying to follow it. I mean, it's more difficult to do shit like that. A lot of people struggle trying to get the box art. I'm just going to get as close as possible. That's the best bet for me. So what we're going to do is we are going to, you know what we'll do? We'll start with the brick area on the base, and then the lighter red. It's not going to be extremely light. We're going to do a lighter red. So we're probably going to do like a dirty red or a burnt red for the roof. And then we're going to do like a deep red and then a matte red for his jacket. So let's go ahead and get the reds knocked out, because a lot of the base is the same colors as his clothes. Alright, so now that we have a lot of the reds on there, we did use multiple reds. We used a dirty red for the roof area. We did a burnt red, or it was a black red for the brick, for the chimney. Then we used a dirty red for the, was it a dirty red? I think, yeah, it was a dirty red for the actual jacket area. You want it to be bright yet still on a darker tone. So that's what we use for that. We also used dirty red for the Citadel paint here, and we used green tone for the Citadel paint in the rucksack. Now, speaking of the rucksack, or the gift sack, or the Santa sack, however you want to call it, we are going to use I was going to do a pale sand, but we're not going to do that. We're going to start off with a vampiric flesh. I think that's a good tone to start with, and we're just going to do that on the sack of presents, and then we'll see what goes on from there. After that, I think we're going to move on to our whites. We do have some black areas that we're going to use a Tenebrow gray mixed with a basalt gray to work with. So let's go ahead and get that rucksack done, and then we'll see what next color we're going to work with. Alright, so the next part we are going to do, we did put not just on the sack, but we put it on the tip of the paintbrush down here, and we also put it on his little tabard underneath his belt, because he does have a tabard there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to our black. I moved away from just using black because it's harder to highlight straight from black, and the AK black is a really good black. It's pretty damn good. So it's even harder to highlight off of a really good black paint. So what we like to do is we like to use a Tenebrow gray, which is damn near black. And then we like to mix that with a basalt gray. And you get a good mix, and it's really dark, but it's just dark enough to think it's black, so that when you do highlight it with a little bit of Tenebrow gray here and there, it looks like black with, you know, a shine to it. So we are going to paint his boots that way, his belt that way, avoiding the star. And I think that's the only black areas on the model. So that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to move on to white to kind of block out all of the little fine details that we have to go back over with certain colors. Like we have a candy cane hook. Like, I guess it's like one of them climbing hooks that you throw up. He has one of those, and then it's connected to a string of lights, which we can actually take the black there, so we can use the Tenebrow and basalt mix to get that line started. And then, of course, we have light Christmas lights on there and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get this started. Okay, so we got the boots and the belt done. We still have to do the cord in the back. I completely forgot about that. But then we are going to move on to the white. There is a lot of white on here. So when it comes to the white, we want to do the base coat of this. This is going to be like a candy cane. We're going to do it full white, and then we're going to stripe it with red. All of the snow and ice, obviously, we're going to do white. And then we are going to do the ball on his hat, the trim of his hat, the cuff area on the jacket, that is also white. You also want to do the inside of his jacket. And on the back, you want to hit this hook up. This is going to be like a candy cane, so you want to hit that up. I think that's basically all the white areas. So let me go ahead and get this started, and then we can move on to the whites and get that completely done. Also, he has like a fake beard on, so you want to hit that with white too as well. Alright guys, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and in the meantime, I'm going to get you guys into that deeper Christmas spirit, because it's Christmas time.
He wanted me to sing my heart out, so I snatched it from his chest. Play the song! Faster! Get to the bridge, or I'll throw you screaming off of it! The murder music commences! This is a song from my mommy mom, singing hummy hum till you're in my tum. 3 swinging midge, all in my fridge. Teeth are rattled, tatin', nice and shakin', shakin'. Soon my nasal spray will be 3 midgy fillets, warming up my tummy just like my mommy. Hello, who are you today, tonight? Do you think my face looks alright in this light? Sometimes I think maybe I should drink, but then I feel a sudden that maybe I should summon someone to feed me that will never leave me. But then I'll be not who I say is me. But then a little bee said to me, it's better to transcend reality. So though I may be very senseless, I can keenly see great immenses. Dada doodle, all the noodles come to play with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Alright, so it is definitely coming together now. We are going to take some of the red and we're going to do our stripes. So we would, since it's like a candy cane, we're going to do the stripes here. We're going to do some stripes down here, but I think these stripes are going to be green. And then the candy cane in his pocket, that's like a crowbar, like a candy cane crowbar. That's going to be striped. And then we are going to do the stripes on the little hook down here. And then I think we can move on to the little details here and there, like the light bulbs and stuff like that. We want to, what we're going to do is we're going to base coat the bulbs with a metallic. And then later on, we're going to do speed paints that will enhance that silver. So instead of it just being a blue ball, it'll be like a shiny blue Christmas ball and stuff like that. So the little details, just pick them out and pick your colors. You don't have to make all the lights the same color. You can do different colors and stuff like that. And we also got to do like the gun and the grenades and stuff like that. I think we're going to go for like a brass. I think the brass would be a good color for that. Because it isn't a silver. It's more or less like a gold or brass kind of color. Okay, so we're going to use our metallics now. With a natural steel, we're going to do the lights and the Christmas bulbs. And then with a brass, we're going to do the gun, we're going to do the grenades, we're going to do some of the pieces here, like the grenade in the sack here. And then we're also going to do the stars. So he has 3 different stars on his body. One near his belt, one up here hanging off of like his little pin, and then the one on his hat. We're going to do that with a brass. And then we can actually get onto our... we're also going to hit the fence, like the little roof fence trim thing. We're going to do that with a natural steel as well. Then we can pull out our speed paints, and what we like to do is use them as glazes. You can also use them as washes by adding a little bit of water to them. We will be doing that with a blue because I want to make the white snow like pop a little bit better, like it's frozen. A cool blue would be perfect for that. And then we'll be able to do our highlights. So all of the base colors are down. We can now move on to glazing. So we're going to get some speed paints out. We're going to put Gravelord Gray on everything that's not snow. We are going to put it on the white areas. We are going to water it down just a tad bit so it doesn't turn that white gray, but it kind of like sits in the recesses. And then we are going to hit the snow with a probably like a magic blue to give it like an ice look. That also watered down some. And then we are going to pick out each individual color of bulbs, and we are going to put a regular speed paint, not watered down. We're going to put them on the lights. And then once that's all said and done, we can do our highlights. We are also going to do like a yellow for like this being lit, and the Gravelord Gray, just straight Gravelord Gray for the top here to give it like a smoky effect. Then we can do our highlights. So we're coming together pretty well. And just like that, the red Gobbo is done. This model was a blast to paint, I swear. It was really nice to paint a model. I didn't have to flock or anything. Everything was ready to go. I love when they come with scenic bases that are already done. And this is just a great model to have a Christmas-themed Bunkers and Badasses campaign or one-shot. And he would be a badass enemy that my Vault Hunters would have to face. I hope that today's video gave you some entertainment today, and if you painted along with me or use this video in any sort of way, tell me in the comments down below. I would really like to know if this video did help any of you guys with painting the red Gobbo. Surprise. This is a really cool model. Like, I am so proud of the way this turned out, and I cannot wait to throw this into my bunkers and badasses. Like, I can't wait. If you play Warhammer and you've seen this and you liked the paint job, let me know. I own a lot of Warhammer, like I said before. I just use it in a different game system. But I can honestly say that this model is one of the funner models. They have more Christmas ones. I'm going to try to get a hold of them and use them in the same, I guess, the same one shot that I'm going to do for bunkers and badasses. So, and then other than this, I'm also going to probably get some 3D printed like Christmas enemies and stuff like that. That would be really cool to put in there as well. So if you like this video, be sure to leave this video a huge like. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying to reach 1,000 subs. We are like over 850 now, and we're trying to reach that 1K. Also, we're reaching 1,000 videos. So I have another big video for that. This one was just put together a lot better because this is our Christmas special. But for our 1,000th episode, we are doing a bigger painting video. It's going to be a painting video, but it's massive. It's something that I put aside and I put aside and I put aside, and it's about time I suck it up and I just get it done. So I think for the 1,000th episode, that's what we're going to work on. I'm really excited to do that now that there's like a goal with it being a big monumental video on the channel. And it's really cool that it's going to be a painting video, because this is something that I've started doing really heavy now that I got the Monster Fight Club's Borderlands. So doing more models and painting more models and different types of models on the channel will be really cool, even though it's for a Borderlands game that I play. So yeah, if you haven't yet subscribed, it would be really appreciated if you did, because we're trying to reach that goal. And yeah, Merry Christmas, guys. I hope that this puts you in the Christmas mood and ready to open up your presents and having a good old holiday. I hope you guys all stay safe and have a lot of fun. And also, before I go, I want to say this is the reason why it took me so long to upload this week. Holiday stuff and making a Christmas themed video was not that quick for me. Like, I wanted to make sure we had some fun games in there alongside with a really cool miniature and stuff like that. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.